Mythical creatures can be beasts, humans, and hybrids with supernatural powers whose existence is invalid. They have their realities in ancient folktales and movie scenes. Myths are stories of the old. They are tales of those born into this world before us. Myth reflects stories or experiences of the ancient civilization. In some cases, they are stories that exist in religious doctrines. The mythical creatures are ancient beliefs raised by humans of old, which they now tell the world about it. It includes when it will come, consequences, causes, and so many other things associated with it. Several mythical creatures abound. However, we shall be examining the top 10 most powerful mythical creatures. Before we get into the video, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel if you're new. Now let's begin. Dragons. Origin of it is quite impossible to say, but some cultures in India, China, and America have myths regarding this creature. Archaeologists are still trying to find, not precisely the animal, but more clues or evidence to prove its existence. They are substantial flying creatures with enormous wings believed to have a face of serpents. The belief is that they come from the early age of ancient Greeks and Sumerians, but still, that was long ago. Many cultures have their records and interpretations of how they came to existence. In some religions in China, they worship the creature calling it different names. However, as the world evolved from century to century, some people no longer worship it. With the advent of Christianity and other forms of worship, they faced extinction, and many people turned into Christians. It is a famous tale that dragons are associated with Satan and Leviathan. Thus, it is abominable to worship dragons in Christianity. Dragons are quite a show. They breathe out fire, and that fire can consume a whole city. They believe it to be indestructible and have made peace with man and endured through the centuries. Some films like the popular TV series, Game of Thrones, which was a hit, had dragons in it, which is all based on fiction. Dragons have names that describe the concept of their characteristics. However, there are different types of dragons. We have the standard Western dragon, the dragonet, the African dragon, and the hydra. Vampires. Vampires are bloodsuckers, and they tend to exist because they are not much proof of their existence. They originated or came from Eastern Europe. Vampires are like humans, but there is not much description of what they do or what they can't do. No strong characteristics placed on it. Some say they are pale in color, looking beautiful as a morning sun. They have a sweet mouth, convincing and luring you with teeth sharpened edges. Unseen, the world's most famous vampire, Bram Stoker's Dracula Stoker, modeled after Romanian Prince Vlad Tepes, commonly known as Vlad, the Impaler picture. The vampires talked about today are those who are glamorous and move fast. One can see them in movies, just like the famous movie, Twilight Saga. We cannot mention other mythical creatures without putting vampires in it because of their firm, cunning nature. People believe that they have existed by also changing other people. Still, different culture tends to say the way they evolve and such. There were many ways to lure a vampire. There also protection established because they are possessive and feed on blood, causing war with humans. According to some researchers, the worship of vampires is a myth. The names and types of vampires are psychic, hybrids, and sanguinarians that feed on a small amount of blood. Werewolves. A werewolf takes the form of a human with the ability of shape-shifting into a wolf. It is a fable mostly told in the European culture. The belief is that they have an existence similar to a witch in the early Christian tales. Developing from different things, increase in power and shift, and also providing humans with varying methods of kills, changing from human to beast. The story starts with when King Arcadia, Lycaon, tried to sacrifice a child to Zeus, and in return, Zeus was angry with the sacrifice, thereby turning the king and his sons into werewolves. There is also a saying about Fenrir, the son of Loki, and Angrboda will raise Ragnarok and Devar Odin, but he is not a wolf per se. There are different stories linked to a werewolf. People say that a silver bullet will be its weakness. Wolves are said to be human and turn when the moon is full. They feed on blood like vampires, but look like animals in human form, and are stronger than vampires. Movies based on fiction have created series to portray their mythical existence. There are also German fables of the werewolf. The different types of werewolf are Garo, Pelti, and Lycan. Zombies. They are terrifying creatures with only one motive: to kill and to change. According to ancient Greeks, they have a tale of bringing their dead back to life. Their graves are sealed with stones and cement to prevent their resurrection. Zombies originated from the Greeks and the Haitian. They have been terrorizing the Haitian for ages, and the movies made have put fear into us, such as The Walking Dead and 28 Days Later. The Haitian culture creates an experience of fear and death. The source seems to be traceable to voodoo priests in the 17th century who can bring the dead to life. Zombies are quite the horror, and they move in packs. Within seconds they can change millions. Movies brought out now have some adjustments, and with a bullet, it can be gunned down because they are already dead. Researchers say zombies are beings that were never dead, while many people believed through the stories told that they were cursed, and so, the types of zombies are runners, walkers, and ghouls. Basilisk. This creature has the power to kill its prey with a glance. It is known to be very dangerous during ancient times. Its origin is from the egg of a toad. Its story is similar to that of Medusa. It has a distinct nature of evolution. They were originated from the Italian lore and are the king of serpents and a mix of snake and rooster. They are incredibly deadly, and their breath could wither landscapes and make it so gross that one can't withstand. They existed long before any form of human existence. Any creature which kills with just a glance is dangerous and should face elimination at once. Basilisk does not have types. Instead, they come as sea serpents and cockatrices. The Yeti. The Asians are the ones these creatures come from, and as such, they saw a Yeti's scalp, which is 300 years ago, but researchers have said it was nothing, but they still treasured it as something valuable. The Yeti has one particular species known as the Bigfoot. There is little or no evidence of its existence. All records found to claim its presence is a mere theory and description of a typical forest animal. There are no types of Yeti. They are also called abominable snowman or minor, etc. The Sirens. They are like mermaids and are still have found a home in modern times. They are a half-bird or half-human according to some culture, while others say they are like aquatic fish human with a tail. They have an enchanting voice, and they use that voice of theirs to kill, which is very dangerous. Odysseus has a myth behind this, and it originated from Greek. Mermaids are beautiful creatures but ugly, and they are said to be females. The various types of sirens are celestial, generative, and prefiguratory. Kraken. They are the most dangerous creature and scariest. The stories that abound about this mysterious creature originated from the Nordic folklore and the King of Sweden. It is a famous saying that the siren eat half of its crew. It is a true story of an animal that exists. Chimera. It is a fetus that has absorbed from a deceased twin made from an organism with two or more genotype and a fire-breathing ability. The chimera originated from Greek and had three parts of an animal, which is a goat, dragon, and lion. It is an offspring of a half-snake woman and Typhoeus. No still much description of this creature. The various types of chimera are periclinal, medicinal, and sectorial. Bigfoot. The Bigfoot comes from the Native Americans and is a missing link between humans and apes. The Bigfoot is real, and despite its claims and sightings, they still have not yet found it. It even has its files on many district investigation sectors.